This video session is on some of the numerical problems in bearing capacity of shallow foundation. In this video session, there are few problems on strip footing, square footing, circular footing, and let us solve one by one using the given data in each and every problem. So I will take up the first problem. A 2-meter wide strip footing on the surface of a saturated clay layers has bearing capacity of 400 kN. What will be the bearing capacity if the footing width is increased to 3 meter? So he says that the depth of the footing, the width of the footing is 2 meter, and the bearing capacity here it is given as 400 kilonewton. And what will be the bearing capacity if the footing width is increased from 2 meter to 3 meters? So now let us make use of the Terzaghi's bearing capacity equation. For any strip footing, Terzaghi has given the equation to calculate the bearing capacity as QF is equal to 1.3 CNC plus gamma DF NQ plus 0.4 gamma B N gamma. So in my previous session, I told you about the NC, NQ and gamma. These are the bearing capacity factors. NQ depends upon the depth of the footing and N gamma depends upon the breadth of the footing, and C is the cohesion. So now, since here it is since the problem is on strip footing, we have to use this formula, and also we are determining the safe bearing capacity at the surface. Therefore, the depth of the footing df becomes 0, and since the soil is saturated clay, the angle of internal friction phi also becomes 0. Therefore, the equation, the second term gamma df and nq plus gamma 0.4 gamma b n gamma becomes 0, and as such the ultimate bearing capacity reduces to QF is equal to 5.7 C, where 5.7 C is a constant for purely cohesive soils. That you have to remember, C is equal to 5.7 and NC. So this 1.3 is for square and strip footing. So for square and circular footing, here that 1.3 attached to the first term will not be there for the strip footing. The general bearing equation is CNC plus gamma DF NQ plus 0.4 gamma B N gamma. So 1.3 is not for strip footing, it is for square footing and circular footing. Therefore, you neglect that term. So it is just CNC plus gamma DF NQ plus 0.4 gamma B into N gamma. Therefore, the final answer or the equation reduces to QF is equal to 5.7 C. Now, if you observe this equation QF is equal to 5.7 C, the bearing capacity depends only on the C in case of saturated clay, and at the surface the DF is 0, and as such your QF becomes or reduces to 5.7 C. That means whether it is 2 meter wide strip footing or 3 meter wide strip footing, it has no effect on the ultimate bearing capacity of the soil. Therefore, the answer is QF is equal to 5.7 C. In the numerical problem, the value of C is not known if it is given. So, you substitute the value of C and get the final numerical value. So, I would like to say once again that it is the independent of the width and depth of the footing. When the width is increased from 2 to 3 meter, the ultimate bearing capacity will not change. It's a simple problem. So let us move on to the second problem. I will read out the problem. Find the safe bearing capacity of a strip footing in saturated clay given density is equal to 20 kilonewton per meter cube, depth of footing equals 1 meter, unconfined compressive strength of clay is 200 kilonewton per meter square, and factor of safety equals to, assume a smooth contact surface. So collect the data. We know that the density of the soil given as 20 kilonewton per meter cube, write down, and depth of the footing is equal to 1 meter, write down that also, and unconfined compressive strength. This is the laboratory result of the soil, and that is equal to Q is equal to 200, and from which we can calculate the cohesion of the soil, wherein C equals Qu by 2, that is 200 by 2, that gives you the value of C. So C is equal to 100. Then the factor of safety is given as 2, and we know that for the strip footing the equation for ultimate bearing capacity is CNC plus gamma DFNQ plus 0.5 gamma B N gamma. The letter B is missing there in the third term of the ultimate bearing capacity. We just added B. So I repeat once again, the equation for ultimate bearing capacity QF is equal to CNC plus gamma DFNQ plus 0.5 gamma into B into N gamma, where NC, NQ, N gamma are the bearing capacity factors. C is the cohesion of the soil, gamma is the density of the soil, and DF is the depth of the footing, and B is the breadth of the footing. So according to Prandtl's theory, we have NC is equal to 5.14. In this problem, he has not specifically mentioned which theory you have to use. If you use Terzaghis bearing capacity equation, then it will be 5.7. That is NC is equal to 5.7. Otherwise, you simply use it as 5.14. Unless otherwise specified, I prefer to use Terzaghis bearing capacity equation, wherein ultimate bearing capacity is associated with 5.7 as far as cohesion is considered. So now in this equation, Prandtl's theory, NC is 5.14, NQ equals 1, and N gamma equals 1. Now the equation reduces to QF is equal to C into 5.14. If it is Terzaghis equation, it is 5.7, then gamma into DF, and the last term 0.5 gamma B into N gamma. Since he says that for a smooth contact surface, the phi is equal to 0, and N gamma is also 0. Therefore, the equation reduces to QF is equal to C of 5.14 plus gamma DF. Therefore, QF is equal to 100. C is equal to 100. How did we get that one? 100 is obtained as C is equal to cohesion is equal to unconfined compressive strength divided by 2. That is the standard formula to calculate C out of unconfined compressive strength. So unconfined compressive strength is given as 200. 200 by 2 is equal to C. The value of C becomes 100 multiplied by 5.14. If it is Terzaghi, you multiply it by 5.7. Gamma is given as 20 density, and depth of the footing is 1 meter. You multiply it, you will get QF is equal to 534 kilonewton per meter square. So once you get the value of ultimate bearing capacity, the next the duty is to go for calculating the net ultimate bearing capacity. So net ultimate bearing capacity is given by QNF. QNF is equal to QF minus gamma DF. We have already calculated QF is equal to 534. You subtract the product of gamma and DF. Gamma is 20 into 1, so you will get 514 kilonewton per meter square. So after that, you move on to calculating the net safe bearing capacity, that is given by QNS is equal to QNF divided by factor of safety. Here factor of safety is given as 2 unless otherwise it is given. So you can mention or you can assume the factor of safety anywhere between 2 and 3, 2.53 like that. If it is given, you take that value itself. Otherwise you have to assume that factor of safety between 2 to 3. So now QNF is 514 divided by 2, you will get net safe bearing capacity 257. Therefore, from which we can calculate the safe bearing capacity, which is given by the formula QS is equal to QNS plus gamma D. So ultimately, we will get the answer 277. Let us take up one more numerical problem on square footing. So he says that a square footing 2.8 meter by 2.8 meter is built on a homogeneous bed of sand of density 18 kilonewton per meter cube, having phi equals 36 degree. The depth of the foundation is 1.8 meter below the ground level. Determine the safe load that can be applied on the footing with a factor of safety of 2.5. Consider NC is equal to 27, NQ equals 30, and gamma is 35 as bearing capacity factors. Now collect the data. Gamma is 18 kilonewton per meter cube. Square footing is 2.8 meter by 2.8 meter. So one thing you have to understand that the given soil is a sandy soil or it is a cohesionless soil. Since the sand is cohesionless, the value of C becomes 0. Therefore, the first term in the Terzaghi's pairing equation becomes 0 because C is equal to 0. Depth of the footing is 1.8 meter and factor of safety 2.5. NC, NQ, N gamma are 27, 30 and 35. For the angle of internal friction 36 degree. So here the given angle of internal friction is 36 degree. So now we know that for a square footing, ultimate bearing capacity is given by the formula QF is equal to 1.3 CNC. So this is the formula to calculate the ultimate bearing capacity of a square footing. So the first term is QF is equal to 1.3 CNC gamma DF, depth of the footing DF into NQ plus 0.4 gamma into B into N gamma. So finally it reduces to the third term is equal to 0 because it is a smooth contact surface, and as such the phi equals 0 for a contact surface 0. So here he says the square footing built on a homogeneous bed of sand 0, angle of internal friction 530, the depth of 1.8 meter. Determine the safe load that can be applied on the footing with a factor of, consider NC and NQ as a bearing capacity factors. C is 0. Okay. So now, yes, 0.4 NC is 0. Okay. So in the equation 1.3 CNC gamma DF NQ 0.4 gamma B N gamma, the first term C is associated with C. Since C is 0, that is sandy soil, the first term becomes 0. Therefore, the equation reduces to gamma F is equal to the second line gamma DF NQ plus 0.4 gamma B N gamma, because the first term C is 0. In the first term C is equal to 0, therefore the entire first term becomes 0. So now you substitute QF is equal to gamma is 18, depth of the footing is 1.8 and NQ is 30. So it is of no use. NC is of no use because C is 0. Even though the given value NC is given as 27. Even though NC is given as 27, even though if you substitute that NC and multiply it by 0, that term becomes 0. Therefore, it's of no use in this problem. Therefore, the final answer reduces to 1677.6 kilonewton per meter square, from which we can calculate the net ultimate bearing capacity, that is given by the formula QNF is equal to QF minus gamma DF. Therefore, QNF is equal to 1645.2 kilonewton per meter square. Moving on to the next stage, to calculate net safe bearing capacity, we have QNS is equal to QNF divided by factor of safety. Here factor of safety is given as 2.5, therefore the answer reduces to 658.08 kilonewton. So once we calculate net safe bearing capacity, then it becomes easy for us to go for calculating safe bearing capacity. Safe bearing capacity QS is given by QNS plus gamma DF. So substitute all the values and get the answer as QS is equal to 690.48. Now in the problem he has asked what will be the safe load that can be placed over that footing is given by the formula safe load divided by area, QS, that is QA, allowable load, safe pressure, safe bearing pressure is given by safe load divided by area, from which we can calculate safe load capital Q. So that is the product of the safe bearing capacity, that is the safe bearing pressure multiplied by the area. So since it is a square footing, the area is B square, that is B into B, 690.48 into 2.8 into 2.8, therefore that becomes 5413.36 kilonewton. So this is the amount of the load that you can place it on this foundation. So let us take up one more problem, which is on both square, circular along with the strip footing. The only difference between the previous problem and this problem is that the angle given, angle of internal friction given is 36 degree, but the Terzaghi's bearing capacity factors have been given with respect to the angle 35 and 40 degree. So he has not given directly the values of NC, NQ, N gamma relevant to 36 degree, but with the known values of NC, NQ, N gamma with respect to phi is equal to 35 and 40, we can interpolate the values for 36 degrees of angle of internal friction. So now what will be, I will just read it out, what will be the net bearing capacity of sand having phi is 36 degree and having a dry unit weight of 18 kilonewton per meter cube for the following cases. So there are three cases given in this problem. One is on strip footing, which is 1.5 meter wide. The second case is square footing, and the width of the square footing is 1.5 meter. That is, the side of the square footing is 1.5 meter, and the diameter of the circular footing is given as 1.5. So all the things are 1.5 meter only. The footings are placed at a depth of that also 1.5 meter. Okay, no problem. From the ground surface, assume factor of safety no point, use 2.5 meter, use Terzaghi's bearing capacity. Now what is our primary duty is to calculate by interpolation the values of NC, NQ, N gamma with respect to phi is 36 degree. That I have shown here how to calculate or how to arrive at the values of NC, NQ, N gamma by interpolation method, that I have explained here. So now for a value of 35 is 5, for 35 it is 57.8, and for 40 it is given as 95.7. So in the problem it is taken as 95.3, you assume it as 95.7. So now you consider for 35 57.8 and 40 it is 95.7, you assume it as 95.7 instead of 95.3. So the difference between 35 and 40 is 5, and the difference between 57.8 and 95.7 is 37.9. So for a difference of phi equals 5 degree, there is a difference of 37.9. So for a difference of 1 degree, that is from 35 to 3060, what is the value? So now you divide 37.9 by 5, you will get some value. For that value, whatever the value you got it, you just add it to 57.8. So finally you will get it as 65.38. So I will repeat. So for 35, NC is given as 57.8, and for 40 it is given as 95.7. The problem, I think it is given as 95.3. It is a typographical mistake. So you take it as 95.7 for 40. NC is equal to 95.7. So now you take the difference of the two, 35 and 40. 40 minus 35 or 95 minus 57.8. The difference will be 37.9 for 5. So you divide it by 37.9. So you will get for 1 degree. That is 35 minus 36 is 1. Suppose if it is given as 37, 35 minus 37 is 2. For phi is equal to 37.5, what is the value of 1? So you cross multiply it 1 into 37.9. If it is 2, say for example 37, if it is given as 37, you have to multiply it by 2. 2 into 37.9 divided by 5. Here the difference is 1, therefore 1 into 37.9 divided by 5. So whatever the value you are going to get here, you simply add it to 57.8, you will get 65.38. In this way, so these interpolation methods you have already learnt in many of the subjects from 1 to 5th semesters, like in RCC and other subjects. So now by this making use of this interpolation method, you calculate the value of NQ, N gamma. Now whatever the value NC is equal to 65.38, NQ is equal to 49.38 and gamma, N gamma is 54. These are the values for 36 degree, angle of internal friction 36 degree. Okay. So now let us take up the case 1. Case 1 is on strip footing. So what does that strip footing stands for? Strip footing is simply CNC plus gamma df NQ plus 0.5 gamma b n gamma. This is the standard equation for all the strip footing. CNC plus gamma df NQ plus 0.5 gamma b n gamma. Simply substitute all the values. Gamma is given 18, depth of the footing 1.5, NQ, the interpolated value is NQ is 49.38. So 49.38, then N gamma is 54. You simply substitute all these values, you will get the QF. Once you get the QF, as usual, net ultimate bearing capacity is given by QF is equal to QNF is equal to QF minus gamma dF, and net safe bearing capacity is given by QNS minus factor of safety, and finally the safe bearing capacity is QNS plus gamma dF. So this is how we have to arrive at safe bearing capacity. So next it is based on case 2 is related to square footing. The same procedure has to be followed to calculate the safe bearing capacity. First, as usual, you use the formula, correct formula. The specific formula for a square footing is given as 1.3 CNC plus gamma df NQ plus 0.4 gamma b n gamma. This you have to carefully write first. The relevant formula for a square footing, it is 1.3 CNC gamma df NQ plus 0. For a strip footing, case 1, that is CNC gamma df NQ plus 0.5 gamma b n gamma. So now as usual, you calculate everything, you will arrive at safe bearing capacity. Case 3 is again on circular footing, so use the relevant formula 1.3 CNC plus gamma df NQ 0.3 gamma b n gamma, and you calculate the safe bearing capacity. So just you simply take out your calculators, use the relevant formula, substitute the values. Before substituting the values, if at all, if it is required to be interpolated for NC, NQ, N gamma, you take out the interpolated values and accordingly you substitute, and finally you calculate the safe bearing capacity for different cases. So these are all some of the problems which are likely to be asked in the examination and also in the competitive examinations, GATE examinations, PGCET examinations. So you just try to remember the formula and substitute to get the final answer, that is the safe bearing capacity. Thank you.